Hi there, my name's Vince from mymatevince.com, and in this video today I'm going to show you how you can make your headphones and headsets sound so much better on your Xbox One. This here is an Xbox One S. It will also work exactly the same on Xbox One and also the soon to be released Xbox One X as well. Now, by doing a simple settings change, you can make all these things sound so much better. So if you've just got a bog standard stereo headset, by changing the settings in the Xbox, you can make these sound as good as top of the range surround sound headset like these Astro 850s here. I know these are not top of the range, but they're still about 3 or 4 times the price of the lower headsets here. Even headphones will sound so much better by changing this setting. Now, there's 2 things you can do. The simple setting to change, which is free, is basically called Windows Sonic for headphones. And there's also another one that does cost money, but it's only £13.89, so roughly around $15 US. And it's just a one-off fee, and that's called Dolby Atmos. And basically what it is, it's very similar to having surround sound, but for your headphones. So instead of having speakers dotted all around your room, so for example, 7.1 surround sound, where you will have one subwoofer and then various speakers dotted around you, so you can tell when the helicopter's above you, or if something's whizzing past behind your head, it feels like it really is whizzing past behind your head. This will have exactly the same effect, but using cheap stereo headphones or headset. When you move up the range and you do have, for example, like those Astro 850s there that have surround sound built into them, it will still make it sound better, but you're really going to notice the benefits if you're using cheaper ones, because then you will notice a big step up. So for example, if you've already got a really good headset, then it's still worth experimenting with this, but you're going to notice it more if you've got a cheap stereo headset, because then it's going to be full on surround sound. In fact, when you're using Dolby Atmos and Windows Sonic for headphones, it's more than surround sounds, it's more than 7.1. They can pinpoint various different points in your ear, and it will really make the game so much more immersive. So for example, you can hear the wind rushing behind you. You'll be able to tell the difference between the footsteps on the right hand side and the footsteps on the left hand side. It's not just all mashed in together. You will be able to pinpoint specific things. And the good thing is as well, if you go for Dolby Atmos, certain Netflix videos are now enabled with Dolby Atmos. Not much at the moment, but it's only going to grow and grow. Now, as far as the games are concerned, at this moment in time, as of when the video is made, I don't believe there's any games that actually has Dolby Atmos, but they are coming out. So for example, with the release of the Xbox One X, you're going to have Gears of War 4 and Crackdown 3, which as far as I know are going to be the first games to have Dolby Atmos built into them. But even though the games haven't got Dolby Atmos, your existing games will still sound better if they allow surround sound, which is going to be the majority of them. Because then, even on very cheap headphones and headsets, you're going to get that 7.1 surround sound feeling, even though it's just a normal stereo headset. So let me show you how you do this. Okay, so now we're going to start off by setting up Windows Sonic for headphones, and then afterwards I'm then going to set up Dolby Atmos. Now, Dolby Atmos takes a little bit longer because you do have to download the Dolby Access app, and also then you have to do the free trial for 30 days. Then if you like it, you can choose to spend your £13.89 on it, or you can just forget about it and then not use it again. Now, I'm not saying that one's better than the other. Personally, I do seem to prefer the Dolby Atmos, and I am going to pay the one-off fee of £13.89. But an awful lot of people are happy with Windows Sonic, and it does work really well, and in a lot of games, it's really unrecognisable between the two. The reason I'm kind of swaying more towards the Dolby Atmos is because there is a few titles in Netflix that support Dolby Atmos, and to me, it does sound good. Now, if you're a bit dubious about trying this, you've got nothing to lose, because with Windows Sonic, you've just got to do one checkbox and then it's going to start working. If you don't like it, you just undo that checkbox and then it's exactly the same as what you've been used to up until now. So it's really worth giving it a go, whether you've got the cheapest of cheap headphones or headsets or top of the range headset, it is worth giving it a go. So all we have to do is go to settings. So I'm just going to hit the Xbox home button and I'm going to move down to the very bottom and then go across to all settings and press A. I now need to move down to where it says display and sound, and I'm going to move across to where it says audio output, and I'm going to press A. And now if you have a look in the middle here, it says headset audio, and at the moment it just says stereo uncompressed. Well, if we press A, it's going to bring up two new options. We've got Windows Sonic for headphones and Dolby Atmos for headphones. Well, we're going to do the Windows Sonic for headphones and press A. And now you can see that you've got your checkbox. So that's it. That's all you have to do for Windows Sonic if you're using a headset that plugs into here. So for example, if you're just using, normal headphones or possibly the headphones from your Android phone, then that's all you have to do. If I'm using this Turtle Beach headset here, I'm just going to plug it into here, and now you can start testing your stuff straight away and see what you think. If you like it, then add it to the comments below. If you don't like it, add it to the comments below. If you can't notice a difference, again, add it to the comments. But what it's doing is, it is now changing this stereo headset into a 7.1 surround sound headset. So you should notice, for example, better positioning. If a helicopter's flying over your head, it should feel like it's flying over your head. If something goes past your right ear behind you, it should feel like it's going past your right ear behind you. Right, okay, now that's if you're using the headphone jack on the controller. But if you're using an optical connection, so for example, if you were using the blue and black headset down there, or the Astro A50s, then I would need to connect it up via the optical cable, in which case then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to check this next box down below. So if you have a look here, underneath this one, it says using HDMI or optical audio headset. Well, you are using an optical audio headset if you have to plug it into the back of the Xbox One and use the optical output. So all you have to do is then press A to check that box, and then that will allow the Windows Sonic to work via your optical connection, or if you've got one of the latest headsets with a HDMI connection, then again you would enable it by doing that checkbox as well. So just to recap, if you've just got standard headphones or headsets that plug into your controller, you don't have to check that second box. If you're using one of the ones that have a separate optical connection that goes into the back of the Xbox One, Xbox One S or Xbox One X, then you're going to have to check that second box. Right, and now you're all set to go. Give it a go and see what you think. Now I'm going to show you the Dolby Atmos side of things. Okay, now with Dolby Atmos, we do have to actually download the app. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up and we're going to go across to where it says Store on the top right hand side. And now I'm going to go down to where it says Search. And I'm going to press A and I'm going to type in Dolby Access app. But you should find it will come up as soon as you type in Dolby. So D-O-L. There we go, it's already come up. You see here? The Dolby Access app, and then you need to press A, and then what's going to happen is it's going to download it. Now I've already downloaded it, so I just need to launch it. So I'm going to press A to launch it, but it only takes a couple of minutes depending on your internet connection to download. And then what you will do is you will start your free trial, which just involves you clicking on Start Free Trial. Or you can buy it straight away, it's only £13.89, but why not go for the free trial? Because if you're not happy with it, then you don't have to commit to it. Now, when the app loads up, there is a couple of scenes that you can do with it. So for example, now it's asking, would you like to do it with your home theater or with your headphones? Well, I'm doing it with my headphones because that's what this video is about. And so I'm going to do the one with my headphones. And now it's just basically telling you the settings to do. So basically, it's then going to ask you to go to the Xbox settings here. Now, I have done this previously, but for the sake of the video, I haven't got these settings enabled at the moment. So it says go to Xbox settings, and I'm going to press A. And now it's going to bring up this same page that I showed you before, the audio output. But this time, instead of going to Windows Sonic for headphones at the top, we're going to go to Dolby Atmos for headphones and check that. Now, the same thing applies again. If you're just using your headset plugged straight into the controller, then you need to uncheck this second box here that says use HDMI or optical audio headset. So right now, I've unchecked that one. If you are using, for example, the Astro 850s down here, or a HDMI headset, then you are going to have to check that box there. So depending on the headset you're using, you're either going to have that checked or unchecked. And then what will happen is, let me just plug in these cheap Turtle Beach ones. So right now I'm going to have that unchecked because I'm using the headset in the controller. And now, that's that. We're just going to go to B to back, and now we can go to continue. And basically, it's given us a few little demos here, and some of them do sound pretty amazing. Now remember, these are probably going to sound better than the games and stuff, because these are designed with Dolby Atmos to give you an idea of what it's like. So listen to them. They're only 1 or 2 minutes long, and then you can get straight away, you get an idea of how much better it sounds. Now I just want to show you Netflix. So basically that is the Dolby Atmos. It's as easy as that. So I've got an option now, see down here, of buying it for £13.89, and it says underneath that days until your trial expires, 27. So I just set this up a few days ago. Right, okay, so now once you've got your headphones set in like this, and once you've got Dolby Atmos set up, you will now notice if you go to Netflix that you will now have another option on certain films. So on Netflix you have to have the premium package, you know, the ones where you can watch 4 screens at once and you can do the 4K. It's not going to work if you've got the basic package or that middle package, whatever that one's called, but if you've got the top package, then it's going to work. So let me just show you that. What you'll see is, for example, if I go down to this one here, at the top it just says 4K, so Ultra HD 4K and 5.1. So that's got 5.1 surround sound. So again, it's still going to sound much better with these Turtle Beach headset in, because it's only normally stereo, and at least now I'm going to get 5.1. Here 5.1, 5.1, but now if you have a look here, if I go up to Death Note, can you see now it says HDR and then it says Atmos. So this has Atmos built into it, and you are going to get a huge range of sounds. So for example, there's one part in it where a load of marbles fall on the floor, and it really does sound like those marbles are falling around your feet, because with Atmos you're going to have elevation, so you've got surround and elevation as well, so you've got above and below the listener. So not only do you hear sounds around and in front of you, you've also got it above and below. Other ones that have the Atmos on are, right, other ones that have it is this one here, and if you have a look there again, you can see Atmos. And there's another one called Blame. Let's just see if I can find that. There we go, Blame. You see, that's got Atmos on it as well. Other ones coming out, there's a Will Smith one coming out called Bright. There's another one coming out called Wheelman. But bit by bit, you will find that more and more things have Atmos released on it. And just to quickly show you, when you unplug the headphones from here, the Dolby Atmos sign goes. So it only comes on when you've got headphones plugged in and when you've got the Dolby Atmos enabled on the Xbox. So if you're just going on Netflix now just to check it, it won't be there until you go via the app, you enable and turn on Dolby Atmos, and you physically plug a headphone into here. Also remember the 4K Ultra HDs, a lot of this has Dolby Atmos in. So if you have a look closely here, it will say Dolby Atmos. So for me, it is worth spending just under £14 to have these added features on your basic headset. Now what is recommended is if you're using something like these Astro A50s or some of the better quality headsets, then normally you would have this button turned on here, because this will allow your Dolby Pro Logic, and this will produce a very good sound on these A50s. And also I've got other enhancements here. I've got a little switch here where I can increase the treble or increase the bass. Now they do recommend, if you're going for Windows Sonic or Dolby Atmos, to turn off other enhancements. So in theory you should be just using these like here with no other enhancements turned on. If I'm honest with you, I can't really tell the difference whether I have that on or off when using Windows Sonic or Dolby Atmos. I can tell the difference when I'm just using it without Dolby Atmos or Windows Sonic. When I press this, it definitely sounds better. But when I'm using Sonic or Atmos, then when I press this, to me, I can't really tell the difference whether this is on or off. So if I was to do a blind test and somebody turned it on and turned it off, personally, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But I'm not really used to having good audio because I've never really had it in my life. So this is all kind of new to me. So I don't think my ears are really trained to picking up all the sounds that these enhancements can produce. But please give it a go. It really is worth doing, especially that Windows Sonic, because it's just so simple to set up. And let me know what you think. Put it down in the comments and see whether you're happy with it or not, or whether it hasn't made a difference. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe for more how-to videos. Take care. Bye now.